Mr. Investor, welcome back to the channel, baby. Today we're going to be talking about sales. There has been some very interesting news here from Messenger of Moistville and the man below me, Steve Nguyen. And while we're here, we might as well speak about bionano genomics earnings call or earnings report date. There's also been reviews of Sapphire system, and I wanted to check exactly what they said and some of the names so as to see who is reviewing the Sapphire system, what do they think of it. So if you're new around here, welcome to the family. My name is Miguel and we look for big juicy growth stocks. If you're able to support me, please click the join button above my head or join my Patreon. It really helps me create good quality content. It means the world to me, but if you're unable to, just you hitting like and clicking subscribe is enough for me. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. Remember, none of this is financial advice, it's for entertainment only, but let's put some pieces of the pie together today. So Messenger of Moistville tweeted about this guy called Steve Nguyen over on Stocktwits. If you guys don't know what Stocktwits is, you better get to know, baby. This is basically like a kind of messaging board where everybody puts their ideas and shares their thoughts on bionano genomics. And what's crazy about this is it's actually built up to a community of over 100,000 people watching this stock now. So there's a few kings over at Stocktwits, and I think Messenger of Moistville is one of those kings for bionano genomics. So make sure to follow him if you want up-to-date news like this, because this is new to me and this is wonderful news. So Messenger of Moistville was talking about Steve Nguyen, and he was basically saying a gentleman who works at Paramit was kind enough to comment on my posts. Paramit is a company that makes sapphires. It's a factory in a forest. Big orders coming in. Retirement stock, tick, cowboy, drinking. Indifferent crayon, where's that picture of Joe at the bar? Oh, there he is. 1 nano nozzle, please, sir. And Mr. Scoop 06 actually got a nice little picture of Simon, aka Mystic Meg. I can see it all, baby. This is a jokes picture. It's just a parody, no offense to Simon over at ArcG. So now with this tweet, this guy basically said something very juicy indeed. Mr. Steve Nguyen tweeted, I actually know they are ordering big orders of Sapphire starting next month. I can't tell you how many, but double order isn't a problem. I won't sell my stock. This is my retirement stock. I've seen many medical devices, but this is the future. So keywords, he said big order, and he said this is his retirement stock. He's seen so many different medical devices. So let's go into that company. Let's go into this individual too, and let's see what they're about. So exactly how Messenger of Moistville was talking about, it's basically a factory in the forest, Paramit. And what exactly does this company do? Well, it looks like a super green production company, as we can see here. And if we take a look over their LinkedIn, we can see that this company designs and manufactures medical devices and life science instruments. 7,592 followers. They are based in California. 316 employees on LinkedIn. They've had some juicy investments of $45.3 million according to Crunchbase. And if this is the same Steve Nguyen that is actually on Zoom info, as we can see here, he is a production test tech at Paramit based in Morgan Hill, California. So your question is, does Paramit Corporation actually make bionano genomics Sapphire system? Oh, pardon me. In short, yes it does. Here is its website. You can see there, Paramit promises delivered. You can see bionano genomics Sapphire system here. And over here, they give a little bit of a description. They talk about Sapphire and saying it's bionano's most advanced system for genome mapping. So we verified who this person is, and we can see here that he said they are ordering a big order of Sapphire next month, talking about bionano genomics. So if they're ordering lots of machines, this means there must be sales, because you're not going to order loads of machines for no reason. It's either there's sales on the consumable side where you're selling consumables, renting out the machine, or people have bought and converted over to our system. So next we went over to Tip Ranks. Know who to trust, baby. You know this website, you've probably seen it everywhere. Bionano genomics earnings date and forecast. They're saying that it's to be announced, but they're predicting and estimating that it may be May the 13th, 2021. So it's quite soon. So here they'll be able to tell us, how many machines they sold in the first quarter, how much were the consumable sales, how many people are renting out the machine. They can give a general gist of people actually adapting the machine, problems they face, C-19 lockdowns in certain countries, red lists, black lists, and then that will answer a lot of our questions, and we can see, are they progressing towards that milestone of 150 systems by year's end? I personally think that they're going to beat that estimate just based off the kind of hype around what's been going on at all of these events that I've attended. ACMG, AACR. These are global events, global virtual events where all the world's geneticists, loads of different scientists, people working within the field. So I've shown you guys this before and I'll show you again. This is ACMG, as you can see up here. This is the annual clinical genetics meeting, and 2,383 entries. So these are all the attendees. You can see exactly which institution they're from. You can see which country they're from here, what degrees, kind of qualifications that they have. And there's so many different people. You'll be scrolling here all day. In the hot topics, you know, there was a hot topics one where I think it was Bryn Levy. He was the one who presented within that. And when he was presenting it at the beginning, there was about 400 plus people in there, roughly about 400, 500 people watching. But some of us who watched late as well, you can always go back and watch it. So I reckon a lot of these attendees will definitely be watching the hot topics, especially if that's their interest, you know. The latest, most innovative, up-to-date hot topics in genomics. So bionano genomics has been falling in stock price recently, and the analysts are still stating strong buy. Next, I went to different websites. We can see here Select Science. I went to this website and I found what are the ratings? What do they believe about the Sapphire system? People who have actually used the system, and these are verified reviews. One of them here was Atina Lindsay. She was from MGI as the organization, and she stated this data is instrumental in the quality control of our whole genome assemblies. She said, we use the Sapphire for our own projects as well as within our service center. We are very pleased with the results we get from this instrument. The Sapphire and the DLE is a big improvement over the previous instrument in chemistry. This data is instrumental in the quality control of our whole genome assemblies, as well as scaffolding the assemblies. So this was written in 2019, you can see here. I searched her up, she is a big researcher. She also previously presented with PacBio using their technology at AGBT presentation. We also attended that this year. And MGI, the institute that she's from, is the McDonald Genome Institute. The next review that we found here was Grasvidis Lukinavicius. He just stated that bionano genomics here is excellent. Excellent instrument for optical genome mapping. 5-star rating. He used it to analyze bacterial and mammalian DNA. Bionano is the most innovative company producing optical genome mapping devices and providing tools for acquisition and analysis of the results. The instrument was easy to use and maintenance is simple. Optical mapping is an easy way to check for chromosome rearrangements and verify genome integrity. In general, this device is not expensive and achieves high quality results. Also wrote in 2019. Grasvidis is from the Max Planck Institute in Germany, and if we scroll down, you'll be able to see here he's been featured and actually has a lot of followers and a lot of publications. So you can go to his LinkedIn and see everything he's been featured in. And if you look at his followers, he's got 3,236 people following him for his research. He's also spent 5 years at the Max Planck Institute in Germany for biophysical chemistry. And you can see here, he is a research group leader. Next, I also found a review on the bionano prep kits. And as we scrolly, you'll be able to see a Iwa Mauk. When they were talking about the test kits, they said the preps are getting faster, easier, and cheaper. This was also written in 2019. When they were talking about the test kit, they basically said it's so much easier to use. It takes a fraction of the time it used to and requires much less additional equipment and no extra reagents. It's cheaper, faster, and less exhausting and results in great runs. And we can see here, this is Iwa Mauk, an application specialist genomics at Tecan. And when she wrote that, she was actually at another company. So she was working for the University of North Carolina, UNC, at Chapel Hill, where she worked 11 years as a research associate and postdoctoral fellow. So the reason why I'm showing you this is because there are so many people who have used a bionano genomics Sapphire machine, and these people, you know, have PhDs. They're active in the field, they're constantly researching, and their experience with the machine has been so positive. So with big academics and big names coming out with great research, what do you think is going to happen for 2,383 people who could be interested in using bionano genomics Sapphire? So now a lot of you here, you're not here to speculate, you know, you want hard facts, and I can't give you hard facts. All I can show you is what I can find on the internet as my due diligence, as my research. And as we can see here, when they state, you know, big orders coming in, we just want to know what constitutes a big order. And here, when they're talking about big orders of Sapphire starting next month, you know, is this going to be continual big orders throughout the year? And talking about production, double order isn't a problem. And this guy actually owns stock. So if he's seen the machine made, he's seen so many different machines come through, and he's saying, you know, I've seen so many medical devices, but this is the future. That is a huge statement to make. And he's actually put his money where his mouth is. You know, he's invested in the company. So guys, also, if you want up-to-date information, follow this guy on Stocktwits. He's always coming out with gems. That's why I always mention him, because he's just coming out and he finds stuff like this. So whenever it's announced that we're going to have that earnings report, that earnings call, I hope I can live stream it and we can all gather together and watch it live. I'll see if I can take take a day off work and we can all enjoy. But before that happens, I want to know your predictions. I want to know, you know, how many machines do you think we sold in the first quarter? How many do you think we're going to fulfill through the rest of the year? Bear in mind as well, we're in this C19 environment. It's hard to actually go to places, go to countries where you've sent the machine, you want to go over there, help them install it, train their staff up. How can we do that if the country is on a blacklist or red list, whatever they call it, for C19? So there's no flights coming in or going out of that country. For me, I feel it's going to take time, and I don't mind if the stock comes down in price right now in the short term, because the short term price action doesn't really matter to me. If it comes down in price, you know, I'm going to be able to collect more up. So whenever I get paid, I'm just going to continue to average down into the stock. I'm floating about $10 now, near, you know, low $10 with my average price of bionano genomics. Unfortunately, I bought at $2, I sold it at like $4.80, and then I actually made a bigger purchase of bionano genomics once I started to understand a bit about the genomic industry. I then averaged all the way up, and now I'm trying to average down. So guys, I can understand your frustrations with, you know, how it's been going, but it looks like this period of consolidation, it's come down slightly. When slightly, it's come down quite a bit from all-time highs. But if we manage to actually get, you know, the Sapphire system, sell those 10,000 Sapphire systems, do you think this is going to be our all-time high for long? If you start to see global adoption, you start to see it written into guidelines, what do you think is going to happen? Now remember, none of this is financial advice, it's for entertainment only. If you'd like to support my channel, please click the join button above my head. You can select any tier at all, and it really helps me to create content. So I thank you so much, everybody that supports me. I see you. Everybody that also sends me donations on PayPal, I see you guys. Thank you so much for your messages. I wish I could reply straight back to you, so I'm gonna say thank you here instead. Thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you also to my Patreons. Everything you guys do in terms of leaving me comments, in terms of sending me tweets, sending me messages, I really appreciate you guys. And if you guys are unable to donate to me, anybody just hitting that like, clicking that subscribe, and dropping me nice comments, it means the world to me. Thank you so much for the love and support, and I'm gonna catch you in the next video. Mr. Invest A Lot, over and out, baby.